Title: Obsessed with a Psychopath. In the heart of a bustling city lived a young woman named Olivia. She was a talented artist, known for her intricate and hauntingly beautiful paintings. Despite her outward success, Olivia had always felt a sense of emptiness in her life. She longed for a love that would consume her, a passion that would ignite her soul. One fateful night, as Olivia sat alone in her dimly lit studio, a video popped up on her computer screen.
Detalhe origem. Me apaixonei por psicopata. Filme completo dublado. Filmes de suspense. Noite de filmes.
Curiosity piqued. She clicked on the link, not knowing that this simple action would lead her down a path of darkness and obsession. The movie began with a chilling scene of a charismatic man named Damien, who exuded an air of danger and mystery. Olivia found herself captivated by his piercing gaze and enigmatic smile. As the plot unfolded, Damien revealed himself to be a cunning psychopath, luring his victims in with charm before revealing his true, sinister nature. Despite the warning signs, Olivia couldn't tear her eyes away from the screen. She felt a strange connection to Damien, as if he could see into the depths of her soul. Night after night, she watched the movie, losing herself in the twisted romance between the protagonist and the psychopath. As the days turned into weeks, Olivia's obsession with Damien grew. She began to paint his likeness, creating haunting portraits that mirrored the darkness in her own heart. Her friends and family grew concerned, but Olivia brushed off their worries, convinced that her love for Damien was pure and true. One stormy evening, as Olivia sat alone in her studio, a knock sounded at her door. Startled, she peered through the peephole to see a shadowy figure standing outside. With trembling hands, she opened the door to reveal a man who bore a striking resemblance to Damien. "Olivia," he whispered, his voice sending shivers down her spine. "I've been watching you. I know you feel the same pull towards me that I do towards you." Olivia's heart raced as she stared into his mesmerizing eyes. She knew she should be afraid, but she felt an inexplicable attraction towards this stranger who claimed to be Damien. Without a word, she invited him inside, drawn to the darkness that surrounded him. As the night wore on, Olivia and the stranger sat in her studio, surrounded by her haunting paintings. He spoke in hushed tones, weaving a seductive tale of love and obsession. Olivia found herself falling deeper under his spell, unable to resist the magnetic pull he exerted over her. But as the hours passed, a sense of unease crept over Olivia. She noticed the way his smile lingered a moment too long, the glint of malice that sparkled in his eyes. She realized with a sinking heart that the man before her was not Damien from the movie, but a true psychopath who had slipped into her life unnoticed. Panic gripped Olivia as she tried to escape, but the man's grip on her tightened, his true intentions laid bare. In a desperate bid for freedom, she reached for a nearby paintbrush, wielding it as a makeshift weapon. With a primal scream, she fought back against the psychopath, finding strength she never knew she had. The struggle was fierce, the studio a battleground of light and shadow. In a moment of clarity, Olivia's training as an artist gave her an advantage, as she used her surroundings to her advantage. With a deft stroke, she blinded the psychopath with a splash of paint, buying herself precious seconds to flee. Through the darkness and chaos, Olivia raced through the city streets, her heart pounding in her chest. She knew she had to put an end to this nightmare, to break free from the grip of the psychopath who had infiltrated her life. With every step, she felt a flicker of hope ignite within her, a determination to survive at any cost. Finally, as dawn broke over the city skyline, Olivia found herself standing at the edge of a bridge, the psychopath closing in behind her. With one last look back, she made a decision that would change her fate forever. With a leap of faith, she plunged into the icy waters below, the rush of the river swallowing her whole. As the currents carried her away, Olivia's last thoughts were of freedom and redemption. She had faced the darkness within herself and emerged stronger for it. In that moment of surrender, she found a peace that had long eluded her, a sense of closure that could only come from confronting her deepest fears head-on. And so, the tale of Olivia and the psychopath faded into memory, a cautionary reminder of the dangers that lurked in the shadows. But somewhere in the depths of the city, a new artist painted a portrait of a woman who had faced her demons and emerged victorious, a symbol of strength and resilience in the face of darkness.